This morning when I woke up, I was feeling knackered, just lacking energy and did not want to get out of bed. So I decided to do a letting go meditation. I thought about the first time that I felt like this. I knew that my lethargy had to be an emotional issue as I had a 7 hour solid sleep. The feeling rose in my mind, and then suddenly I could feel a bright, luminous sun enter my consciousness. Then I could feel my emotions burning away, leaving me feeling refreshed and ready for the day. All of this took less than 5 minutes. It allowed me to start my day in the right frame of mind. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you what a letting go meditation is, why you should consider doing this practice, and I'm going to give you a few different meditations that you can try. I've been doing recently, for about over a week now, I guess. Michael McIntosh is on Inside Timer, insidetimer.com. I highly recommend the website. And the title is Letting Go of the Past and Creating a New Future. I can put a link to this in the description of this podcast. So what he says at the beginning of the meditation is that letting go of the past and stepping into a bright and wonderful future is the reason for doing this meditation. He goes on to say, no matter what has happened in the past, this is your chance to release and let go of all those memories, guilt, shame, fear, and commit to living your highest purpose. He says it's a spiritual meditation where you receive power and light from a higher power and releasing and letting go of all those memories, flashbacks, worries, feelings, anything that is holding us back, anything that is trapping us in the past. We're going to be offering that up during this meditation. So what this meditation does, the benefits, is that it releases the thoughts of memories out of our mind. And all these memories that we have create all these negative thoughts that we have every day. And we have around 10,000 thoughts a day, and apparently 80% of those are negative. And 90% are actually thoughts we had the previous day. So if we are releasing these memories out of our mind, then we're going to be removing a lot of these negative thoughts, which is going to be, it's going to be so different to our usual, having our usual states of negativity, which often we have. So what happens in this meditation is that there's an imagination of a balloon that is filled up. In my case, what I was doing was filling it up with shame from the past, just focusing on shame, and filling that balloon up with all those memories of where I experienced shame. So what I did, I went back to the first memory, and it's not actually necessary, according to Michael, to do that, but I was going back to my first memory, and then I filled up the balloon with that memory and just saw that just go off into the distance and then be burned up by the spiritual sun. I'm imagining myself up there in the spiritual sun, and these balloons are not quite reaching me, and I just see them burning up. And I see the world just as a speck, and this memory is just a speck in the distance behind me. So, I think it's a really wonderful meditation to do. And what I'm doing also is to help me with letting go is more self-expression. And it seems to be the more I let go, I'm able to self-express. And that's helping me with the writing the blog, which I'm doing one a week on my website, and doing this podcast once a week as well. And just to know that all these negative memories from the past have some kind of hidden benefit. It's not maybe obvious to see, but there is something there that if if observed, then you can and spend time on it, meditating on it. You can actually see that there was some hidden benefit. And when you look back on those events, you can say that it was the best thing you could have done at the time. And then it's much easier just to let these things go if you have that attitude to those negative moments in the past. We come under a kind of a trance or spell, and it's almost like we can't do anything else. So yeah, just be kind to yourself and forgiving and compassionate. When you're breathing, it's possible to clear out these memories. So yeah, during this meditation, that floating up to the sun is just keep on doing that again and again and again, and cycling through, and keep on filling up those balloons with more negative memories, and you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel really great, because a lot of that junk, that toxic junk, is out of you. It's been released. Oh, and he recommends a mantra just to cement this new feeling you have. And what I liked is one that I do myself. Which is pure awareness I am, pure awareness I am, pure awareness I am Om. So when you're in pure awareness, then you're present. So all these dark memories, this negativity, that's all taking you into the past, and the anxiety is also is taking you into the future. So if you have that pure awareness, like you had as a child, then you're very, very much in the now. You just so aware of what's going on around you. And that's when you can, as a child, you could just see everything as play, and just want to pick it up, want to eat it, and yeah, that's going back to that as I mentioned in my last and my next article and podcast is on the inner child, and when we're in connection with our child, and then we allow it to play, and we're in pure awareness, and it is actually who we are. We are awareness, because anything we see, we can't be it. So we see our body, our ears, our nose. We can actually see these things. So anything we see, we can't be. But there is an I that is an awareness, really, that is seeing everything, seeing the world. How often do you need to do the meditation of letting go? Well, the more you do it, the more you can let go. So you at least want to be doing it in the morning, I would suggest, and doing it in the evening would be great as well, before going to bed, and clearing the day and just letting any negativity from the day go. So what type of meditation is good for letting go? So I would suggest breathing meditations. When you are breathing out, just let go of that negativity and breathe in positivity. And you can do that with 3 breaths. So just breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in again, and breathe out, and then breathe in, and breathe out. And then you can just hold the breath until you have to breathe again. And then to remove some negativity and let it go, you can imagine walking on shards of glass, and those shards going into your feet. And you just want to pull those shards out of your feet and put them into a bowl of light in front of you. And just keep pulling those shards out, and just putting those shards into the bowl of light. You can also imagine like a heavy book on your stomach, really, really heavy on your stomach, and then lift up those books from your stomach and just put them into the bowl of light as well, and just feeling light, and then just have an experience of seeing that ball of light in nearby. Put that in a nearby stream and just see it float away. Then just imagine you fly off like a bird, just fly away, and just see everything below you, and you're just flying high, high, high up, flying away. And next you can go and experience being an angel, and just being at peace, and then just spreading that good vibration out into the people that are important to you in your life. Then you can float up into the spiritual light, into the spiritual world. Just bask in that light. And you can just be floating and staying there as long as you like. Then you can bring back all those experiences into your body. And you're going to feel lighter. You can feel that you've let go. And do that as often as you can. So how do you meditate and let go anywhere? Very simple. You can be doing the breathing in the light, and when you're breathing out, just letting go any negativity, just letting it go. And breathe in light, the space created from letting go of the negativity, and then breathing out even more negativity. So you can just do that in the queue in the supermarket. You're just having that breath. Can guided meditations be dangerous? Well, some people think that we're going to be hypnotized and do something that we don't want to do. But that's not going to be the case. You are capable of making a decision of what you want to be doing with the meditations I practice anyway. And then, so that's not going to be a problem. The other thing is, the one thing you probably do want to get rid of things that you thought were yourself, or your thoughts and anxieties and your beliefs and your desires and these things. You may want to let those go. And that if you feel those are actually who you are, then, but believe me, it's not going to be dangerous to let those go. Let go of the negativity. You could experience some meditation headaches if you're forcing the breathing in, the breathing out, and you're forcing that negativity to come out of you. But it needs to be a intention for the negativity to release. Just an intention, that's enough. And when you're breathing in, again, you just imagine the light coming in, not forcing it to come in. And the law of attraction works much better if you're wanting more money. Just slowly seeing that money coming towards you, rather than being needy about it and saying, okay, I want this much money right now. And have it expected to come right to you. But you see it coming, but slowly. And just, as I read in the Count of Monte Cristo, I highly recommend reading the classics. And at the end, he says the two things that we as humans have learned, the highest thoughts, are patience and hope. So have that patience that the letting go of negativity is going to make you lighter and freer. And when you're breathing in, again, just have that patience that light is going to heal you. It's going to free you up, and so you can have wonderful more thoughts during the day. So how do I meditate to release anxiety? Well, a good letting go meditation is going to help you release anxiety and feel free. As you feel free, you will naturally act differently. And as you act more differently, your life will become freer. And there's there's various releasing anxiety meditations, and a good one by Michael McIntosh on an insight timer that you can do. Will guide you through that. Now, how do you let go and relax? Well, just by breathing slowly and deeply, you're going to feel relaxed. And doing those 3 breaths and the holding your breath, you're going to feel relaxed. And also, I would recommend finding a good spot in your house just to dedicate an area for your meditation, and where you're feeling comfortable. Maybe you have a meditation chair. I have one, and I always like to leave the window open as well, so that'll help you with your breathing in fresh air, and you'll feel more relaxed. You may want a blanket as well, which I use a blanket at the moment as it's winter. So why is letting go so hard? Well, it's we're letting go of ourselves. Even all this negativity, we actually feel quite attached to it. It's a way of connecting, we think, to ourselves, and we like to feel a little bit self-centered. It's almost like giving us love, getting in contact with our negativity, but we need to let that stuff out. We have these expectations also of letting go, that we're going to be able to have success really quickly, and we're going to release a lot of trauma. But if there's a lot of trauma, then maybe therapy is right for you. But doing letting go meditations, if you do them enough, you're going to see whether you need therapy. You probably don't. So how do you let someone go emotionally? Well, letting go of emotions attached to that person is the way to do it. So you just have to imagine that person and feel the emotions around that person, and then you just have to do what we've been practicing during this podcast. And you just need to be feeling the emotion around that person, just seeing them with your eyes closed, and then just letting go with the techniques we've talked about in this podcast. So, I've done some research on meditation and in Sanskrit, and there's a word in Sanskrit called Jivan Mukti, which means a life of freedom, and Jivan Bandha means life of bondage or burden. Jivan means life, and Mukti means freedom. So what we're looking for is with these letting go meditations is Jivan Mukti, a life of freedom. And if you'd like to learn how to have this life of freedom, and setting up a meditative practice, then I'll put a link in the bottom so you can schedule a free consultation call with me. So to summarize, 1, it's very unpleasant to have trapped emotions inside us. 2, let them go to live a life of freedom. 3, you are not your emotions. 4, practice simple breathing of letting go on the out breath and breathing in positive energy on the in breath all the time. Do not get too intense with your breathing, and focus, as you can get headaches. Letting go can be hard if we do not truly want to move on with our lives. Really feel the emotion associated with that person or situation so you can let it all go. If you do not, then some emotion will remain inside you. So leave a comment under the podcast on SoundCloud, and I will speak to you next time.